You've heard of a full English before, but this, my friends, isn't just any brekky. This is the fullest of Englishes. And it all starts with this crispy golden brown, heavenly pain in the arse that is a giant homemade hash brown made into a bowl. And if you've ever made your own hash browns before at home, then you'll completely understand when I say I have never cried so much in my life. Honestly, it was emotional. And if you think cutting onions can make you cry, try grating them. Honestly, it is something else. You can consider my sinuses completely cleared. So, whilst I finish peeling these spuds, let's jump over to the brains to tell you how to make this if you wanted to. Tell these good people how I made that giant hash brown bowl in full, if you don't mind.
Alright, so picture this. You start by grating a frankly offensive amount of onions and potatoes. Onions go first into a tea towel, then give them a proper squeeze to get rid of that eye-watering juice. Then do the same with potatoes. We're talking nearly wringing them dry. And that starch is gold. Once drained, mix potatoes and onions with salt, pepper, maybe a touch of garlic, and a little flour to help bind. Plus a few eggs so the whole thing sets. Then grease that Dutch oven like your life depends on it. Line it with a thick layer of that mix, pressing it up the sides to form a bowl shape, nice and even, no thin patches. Bake it low and steady first to cook it through, then hotter to crisp it up. Once it's golden and holding its shape, carefully turn it out. And yeah, hard in mouth moment. Back into crispy outside, then you load it up. Sausages, bacon, beans, mushrooms.
Yeah. You get the gist. We're making a bloody big fry up in this kitchen. So that's the onion all squeezed out and grated correctly. A little word of advice for you though, however, as tempting as it may be, you don't need to try the juice. You just don't need to.
Oh, no.
So you've got the best part of 3 kilos of potatoes to grate up here. So if you don't mind, I am just going to fast forward it a little bit. Just get into the nuts and bolts. And then let's wring these potatoes out, squeezing as much juice as physically possible. Back to the grating, back to the squeezing, back to the grating, back to the squeezing. Honestly, you could give up on gym day if you think you're doing that as well today. Actually really surprised me how much water or liquid potatoes have in them. Just didn't really think about it. At this point, my phone did overheat in the kitchen. It was getting a bit roasted in there, so it stopped filming. Fortunately for you, I guess. I mean, I didn't even know that it stopped filming. But what you had missed is me seasoning loads of potatoes, squeezing out the rest of them, and a load of grating. So you're not really missing a great deal. But I have just seasoned it in front of you. What we've got is onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. Then we sort of combine that, mix that all together with 3 eggs and 60 grams of corn flour, and then that's the sort of mix kind of done. You know, it's just there to oiling up my new Dutch oven. And an absolute bargain it was. Another purchase from Amazon the Great, specifically just for the videos. So you know, consider yourself lucky, or my kitchen should consider itself lucky, really. And so, as she said earlier, when packing this in, you've really got to give it a good old shove. I mean, she did say equal sort of parts, or it said equal sort of parts all round, no thick bits, but look, that's not realistic, is it? I mean, there's thicker and thinner bits all over it, but it's big enough to put my hand in, so come on, that's going to have a massive fry up in there, isn't it? So that's like the first bit done. Most of like sort of the moisture has come out. That's like, you know, sort of the main bit. Obviously you squeeze it all out, but then you do like a first sort of initial bake to then try and get all of the moisture out, which then leads us on to the second bake, where obviously we just sort of coat the hash brown in oil, try and ply it away from the sides of the Dutch oven, and then introduce some oil in between there and waz him back in, and look at him, he's done for the second one. So let's just swish around that sort of starchy oil all over to see if we can get a bit of movement in the sides of him. But yeah, that's the second bake done. That's basically him done. I mean, if you listen to what you said earlier, technically I should take him out and bake him again, but he's looking dark enough for me. Don't want to crisp him up too much and turn him into a potato stone now, do we? I mean, look at him. That's good enough for me, I reckon. So let's crack on with the filling. So as she was trying to, or it was trying to describe to yourself earlier, we are doing a full English. Literally absolutely everything in there. Sausages, black pudding, bacon, eggs, toast, tomatoes, mushrooms, everything. And you might be thinking, hang on a minute, that's chorizo, my boy, that's Spanish sausage, that doesn't belong on a fryer. And you'd be exactly right, chorizo isn't normally on a fryer. However, I went to somewhere, and I can't remember where, but see the problem I have with that coming out the bowl? You have to give it a little jimmy. But I went somewhere, and they did chorizo in the beans, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I haven't made a fry up without them since. Honestly, it's an absolutely wondrous idea. Right, so big moment, flips over, and he's made it out. Almost unscathed, a little sort of tear right there on the base of the back, but nothing we can't work with. It's a hash brown after all. Come on! As you can tell, I was overly ecstatic that come out without too much of a hitch. Now, time to fill this bad boy up. 3 bits of black pudding, our new famous chorizo beans, some heavily buttered mushrooms, a full vine of cherry tomatoes, I think 8 pieces of bacon, 6 pieces of bacon, something beautiful. 6 of the finest butcher's choice pork sausages, and obviously some buttered toast to finish off. Well, I've made too much buttered toast to finish it off. And I say finish it off, but obviously there's some eggs to add there. Give it a little weigh, and we're just shy of 4 kilos for a fry up, which is absolutely mental. And pull them all open to get a good old shot. Nick a banger off the top there, nibble, scalding hot, bad choice. But there we go, that's that for this week. Thank you very much.